Hey guys, so I wanted to talk quickly about, what we can expect to see coming up soon on the global version of Dokkan. And I'm going to be using last year as a guide because pretty much the exact same thing has been happening in terms of scheduling and banners this year on global as what happened last year. So we take a look right here, just jumping right into things. We see that we have the Gohan and Cell banners that ended last year. They ended on the 3rd of October. And actually, this is something I wish DBZ Space would do, is show us the start dates of banners, because currently they only show the end dates of them, but we have the wiki to help us out with that as well. But, so we obviously have that, and then we take a look at when the celebration ended for 2020. They ended on the 5th, so 2 days later than it ended last year, which means everything's going to be off by like 2-ish days, right, if we go by the same exact schedule. So yeah, those ended, and then the next banner we got right away was Namek Goku, right? So Namek Goku came out. We actually have him pulled up over here. His banner ended on the 21st. Which again, I wish this site showed you the start dates of banners, but we also have DBZ Space, or sorry, we have the wiki, which has the release date right here as the 3rd of October. Now, this is to be expected because, the banners ended on October 3rd for the download celebration, and this guy released on the 3rd. Similarly, this year, this Namek Goku's time slot is the equivalent of Tech Gohan for global. So, the banners ended on the 5th, and lo and behold, we have this Gohan who releases on the 5th of October, right? Banner goes away on the 21st. So Goku's banner goes away on the 21st last year. Gohan's banner also goes away on the 21st. So it's the exact same timing, pretty much. So this we can sort of use as a guide to, look into what could potentially be coming next, because after the Goku banner left, we got this on global, which is the obviously full power LR full power Frieza Legendary Summon banner, which full power Frieza, I believe this is him. No, here he is. He came out on the 21st. So Goku's banner obviously left on the 21st. He came out on the 21st. Here's the thing. JP already had the celebration, right? With Gohan. Gohan released, and there was no part 2 banner. Gohan's celebration was only one part. Now, granted, it was a much longer celebration, it felt like, on JP, because of the fact that JP got 10 stages of categories for Battle Road, which Global is not getting. So there's a lot less to do on Global right now than there was on JP during the same celebration. So the entire premise behind this video is like, what banner is going to come out between this Gohan and the next Dokkan Fest, which we know for sure is going to be, well, not for sure. The next planned Dokkan Fest that we know is set in stone for timing. We know it's going to be the Tech Exchange Buu and the Gotenks, transforming Gotenks, who goes from base form to Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 3, and then the Buu goes from Fat Buu to Skinny Buu to Super Buu. Now, those guys released during Golden Week on JP, which, as you guys, most of you guys should be aware of at this point. The Golden Week celebration on JP is tied to Thanksgiving, or the Thank You celebration for Global, which typically is, the mid to late portion of November to tie up with Thanksgiving, and that's sort of why it's called the Thank You celebration. But yeah, so that's the next time we should expect to see something that we know is coming in terms of, a set schedule. So Goku goes to Frieza. This Frieza's banner ended on the 11th of November. Then we take a look at what comes next, and it is Trunks. So a lot of you guys probably remember from last year, Trunks came out with Zamasu. So yeah, the thank you celebration last year was Trunks and Zamasu. These banners came out on the 12th, which again makes sense because Frieza's banner went away on the 11th. So we pretty much go from Goku, Frieza, to the Dual Dokkan Fest for Thank You. Now this year the question is, what is going to be in this time slot? Because currently this is a question mark. The bridge from Goku to, Trunks here. So, this is actually a pretty decent chunk of time because Goku's banner, again, goes away on the 21st. And then I think it's pretty safe to expect the Golden Week banners to drop at the same time this year as it did last year, which is the 12th of November. So you're literally going from October 21st to November 11th. That's like 20 days almost of nothing that we can account for right now. Now, the only thing I could think of, let me actually, I don't have this pulled up right now. Let me go back to DBZ Space and see if we can pull this up in the news here. But the only thing that we really have going for this right now is there's a Rising Dragon Carnival coming out on the 12th, right? But keep in mind, Full Power Frieza came out on the 21st. So that means that they expect this banner's not going to go until, you know, when Golden Week is going to come. Golden Week being thank you, because this banner's only going to be here until the 28th. And again, we think these guys, or I guess this year it's going to be Boo and Gotenks. We don't think they're going to come out until the 12th of November. So in between this leaving and that coming, it's going to be 2 weeks. 2 weeks is enough for a Dokkan Fest. Generally, Dokkan Fests are like 2 weeks long, right? If you take a look at Goku. Goku came out on the 3rd, and he left on the 21st. That's 18 days, a little bit more than 2 weeks. So I think it's actually pretty possible. And keep in mind, the next Dokkan Fest doesn't necessarily have to come out the day this ends. It could come out like right before, like a few days prior. I think there's a good chance we see them slide in a Dokkan Fest in between Gohan and the thank you celebration. And one reason is because they want to, drain our stones before that. I personally am not super excited about Exchange Boo and Gotenks, just because I feel like at this point the Majin Buu saga has sort of been played out, and it's not the most hype dual Dokkan Fest. Gotenks is fine, Boo is fine, I don't know. But there's a real chance that we actually do see a full, Dokkan Festival exclusive character come out in between those two things to sort of tie them together. There's very limited amount of things that they could do for this. I think, because at this point, Global just got Gohan. The only Dokkan Festival exclusive characters that have not come out on Global that have come out on JP are obviously Gotenks and Boo, but those are set for November. So we know those are coming out then. They could do Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta from the Tournament of Power. That's the other option, but again, those were tied to the Tanabata celebration on JP, which typically is set to December for Global. So I don't expect them to come out soon. And then the only other option is Golden Frieza, who just came out on JP. So they could really release Golden Frieza in like a week from now. This video should be going up on the 11th of October. So I guess we could take a look at so right now is the 11th. The Gohan banner is going away on the 21st. So literally 10 days from now, we could see Golden Frieza come out on Global. The other option is they do a Global First. They could throw a Global First in here before that comes out. Because, again, I don't think they're going to just throw this banner out, and then after this banner is going to be, Boo and Gotenks. It's just not going to happen that way, because this banner, one, goes away on the 28th. And then they're going to have like a 2-week period of nothing. It's not going to happen. What I think is going to happen is the Gohan banner goes away on the 21st. This banner's up on the 12th, and then like the 20... Actually, let me think. When does this celebration actually technically go away? I guess it is the 21st. It goes away on the 21st. Okay, this is what I think is going to happen. This banner goes up on the 12th, and then on the 21st, we have another celebration that's going to be running like alongside this one. And that is going to show what the next Dokkan Fest exclusive is going to be, because that leaves like almost 3 weeks for that Dokkan Fest to be up before we get into this. So I think my ultimate prediction for what I'm hoping we see, and what I think we'll see, is either Angel Gold and Frieza is released on Global next. Let me just pull up his banner so you guys are aware of what we're talking about here, because a lot of you, mostly are global players. So this banner right here, this Frieza. So this is the current banner that is up on JP. He goes until the 22nd. So this guy could come out on Global, like literally before his banner goes away on JP. That would be insane. That's how caught up we are with Dokkan Fest. But this guy does transfer. I don't think DBZ Space shows this. Yeah, it doesn't. But actually, let me make sure this is the TUR version. Yeah. So active skill transforms into Angel Golden Frieza. He's insanely good. Probably, like, he's up there. He's up there. Or they do a Global First unit, and I have no idea who that would be. I mean, they could... Imagine if they did a Kid Buu. You imagine if they did a Kid Buu, global first Kid Buu. I guess it kind of would make sense because, you know, we're still technically doing the Majin Buu Saga stuff with global. You know, we have Gohan, and then next we're going to be moving into Buu and Gotenk. So if they wanted to throw a Kid Buu in, this would be a decent time to do it for global. But then it kind of leaves JP in a weird spot because they never did it for JP. So it's a little bit of a strange scenario, I guess, in that regard. But again, scheduling-wise, just to recap on what we just talked about here, this is the Gohan slot. This is the Gotenk slot, Buu slot, and then this is question mark. Because we don't, right now, this celebration on JP, the Gohan celebration, did not have a part 2 with an LR on it. So, again, I think a Dokkan Fest during this portion of the celebration would be good. Actually, you know what else I didn't think about? Technically, they could do a global first LR banner. They could do that if they wanted to. Because I think the only LR that global is missing is Jiren. In terms of summonable LRs, I think he's the only one. And Jiren is tied to the blue Goku and Vegeta celebration. So, I don't know. Either global first or Angel Gold and Frieza. You guys know my pick would be Frieza, right? I don't have to say that. So, you guys can let me know down below what you think about the possibility of Frieza coming next on global, or if you have an idea for a global first that you'd want to see alongside Frieza, let me know. The only other thing I will say is we don't know if this celebration on JP is going to have a part 2. If it does end up having a part 2, then I think maybe the chances of him coming out in place of this Frieza are probably lower, because we would not have enough time to throw in both Frieza and a part 2 LR before the Golden Week guys come out. So that is going to be this video. Let me know if you agree, disagree, what you want to see in terms of that time slot being filled. Hopefully, at the very least, hopefully they do throw, like, you know, the Frieza Dokkan, the Cooler Dokkan, the Kale and Khalifa EZA, stuff like that. We need to just get that stuff done on global. But yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one.